Hello and welcome to PTE Reading Advanced Training Module with Veracity Mentors. We are doing reorder paragraph. If you haven't watched the first lesson, I recommend that you first go there because that's slightly easier to understand, and it also has our first 3 strategies that we are going to kind of be reusing in this one. Okay, so apart from what we have already done, we are going to look at strategy number 4 for reorder paragraphs, that is similarity indicating clue words or similarity indicators, whatever you can call them, that doesn't matter. What matters is that you're able to identify them on the test and use it. So like I said earlier also, the solving technique is quite important. You don't want to solve it like ABCD. You want to solve it like what is the most short thing that I can find, what is the connection that I can find, and work from there. Have a rough idea of the sequence and then put everything together. Don't try to solve everything in one go. That's important to do it in steps. And eventually, once you are comfortable with the strategies and once you've learned everything, yes, definitely then your speed is going to improve also, right? But initially you should not be worrying about speed. You want to work with accuracy, and as we are seeing recently, the speed is not a concern because you do get 2 minutes per question, so you can manage it if you are a decent reader and you're reading every day online something, right? I mean, but you want to get it accurate, you want to get it right. That's way more important. So just be patient while learning. Give yourself time to learn and improve, and most importantly, don't stress. I know that it's probably something, it sounds like it's very irrelevant to your performance, but it's not. For PTE, your mental state kind of determines your performance as much as anything else, right? So sleep well before the exam. I suggest that 1 or 2 days right before your test, don't study anything, because that is what will remind you how much you don't know, right? So you just want to chill and relax and put yourself in that peaceful state of mind. And while you're in the test, you don't want to chillax too much. You want to be alert and focused. Okay, so coming to this strategy, we see that the similarity indicator, I also spoke about in the last one about synonyms, right? Similar meaning words. Now if I look here in the first one, I see, I'm just going to read all the sentences, and I see that the first sentence and the fourth sentence have a similarity indicator. Such is one of the big similarity indicators on the test. Such a bonanza in the fourth sentence. Where is this bonanza? If I can find a synonym for bonanza somewhere else, what is this such a bonanza that I can form a connected pair? Surplus. A bonanza is basically a bumper crop, bumper harvest, a lot of food, right? So food surplus. Therefore, if I look at sentence A, food surpluses over there, and such a surplus is of little use to them, to the nomadic hunter-gatherers, right? So the word such is a very important clue. So I can make sure that 1 and 4 is a connected pair. Okay, so the next strategy is that of articles a, an, and the. Very simply put, a and an are known as the indefinite articles because they are used with indefinite objects or items. That means that a and an generally introduce something. For example, I have a book. That can refer to any book. It is unspecified, and it is something that has been introduced into the conversation for the first time, right? You have a pen, right? The book I read was quite interesting. The pen I have is lovely. So when I say the is the definite article, and when I use the, it means that I'm referring to a specific item which has already been referred to before, right? So wherever there is an a, an, or the used with the topics, because they are used with nouns, so they can give you a clue as to where in the sequence that word fits, right? Now here in this particular sentence, we already have done previously that 1 and 4 forms a connected pair because of such a bonanza and food surplus. We also see over here a consequence of a settled existence. There are 2 A's there, and therefore this is introductory in nature. This is giving me an idea, like I said, of the sequence 1 and 4 will go somewhere in the first half, because a consequence of settled existence seems to be my topic, right? Consequence of a settled existence, right? Okay, so this is something that is introducing, and then it says that it permits one to store food surpluses, since storage would be pointless if one didn't remain nearby to guard the stored food. So, while nomadic hunter-gatherers may occasionally acquire more food than they can consume, such a bonanza, such a food surplus is of little use to them. Little means no use. Please note the difference between little and a little. Little means nil, negligible. A little means some quantity. Okay, right? So there's a huge difference. So a use of a can completely change the meaning. It's the same difference between few and a few, right? Okay, so please don't confuse them or use them interchangeably, because they have different meanings, right? So this is all coming down to grammar concepts. So you can learn the concepts from Pearson Grammar Lab. It's a free Android app available on your phones, and you can start with the A1 A2 level if your grammar is weak, and then go with B1 B2 level, that is the intermediate level, and C1 C2 level, right? But apart from just those that grammar, you also need to learn how to apply. Basically, I don't care if you know what is a definite article, what is an indefinite article, but I do care if you know in what situations do I use a, an, and the, right? So the application is what matters, right, to PTE, obviously. Okay, so 1 and 4, and again an idea that they are going somewhere in the first half. Then I'm left with 2 other sentences, and then let's look at the clues that we have done already. We have done contrasting clues like but, and we have also done cause and effect clues. Hence means as a result, or it's effect clue, right? Okay, so hence before that we are going to look for what is the cause that nomadic hunter-gatherers have few or no such full-time specialists. There is another such full-time specialists. Who are these specialists? Non-food producing specialists. So I have got my second connected pair, non-food producing specialists and such full-time specialists. Therefore 3 and 2 becomes my next pair, and it will go after 1 and 4, and hence will come right at the end, right? Okay, therefore using both the such and hence, we come up with our answer 1 and 4, connected pair A, connected pair B, 3 and 2, and then we put 1 and 4 first, and then 3 and 2 because of a consequence of a settled existence, because of the article clues. Now here you see that in sentence 3, the but was not really too much of a help for us, right? So not every time that a clue word appears, it is going to be an actual helpful clue, right? So this is where the problem occurs, when a lot of you blindly start applying, okay, if there is a he or an it or a they here, this is how it is, and you kind of try to force a connection. Please look for all the connections and then choose the ones that are best applicable in that scenario. And what this means is that the strongest connections is what you have to work with, right? Okay, so therefore a consequence of a settled existence is that you can store food, but such a bonanza is of no use to nomads. But for non-food producing specialists it is important. Hence the earlier societies have few or no such full-time specialists, who instead first appear in sedentary societies, which is nothing but settled. Sedentary means again societies that don't do a lot of physical movement, right? Okay, so then you put it in the clue, in the sequence, and you see the logical sequence 1, 4, 3 and 2. That's how that works. Another word to remember would be the hence, that is a result, that is hence, therefore, thus. These are all clue words, right, which indicate the result of something. So the cause and effect, right, clue words, that it will kind of fall under that. Therefore this becomes the correct answer, and you will again drag the sentences from the source on the left to the target on the right. Just drag and drop them in the correct sequence. and you can use all these strategies. You want to develop the skill of learning to identify which will be the strongest clues, because the most immediate connectors like such, we saw the importance of such in this one, so that is a frequently used clue word that you can keep in mind. And same way you want to solve all the previous questions so that you are fully prepared for the test. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to our channel for more such PTE advanced lessons. And in case you have any queries, or if you want to take up the training with us, you can definitely drop us an email here. If you are repeating the test, if you are taking it again, I would strongly recommend that, just to save time, you can also share your previous reports so that I can give my feedback on what is it that you need. But all of you, whether you are taking the test for the first time or for the 10th time, all of you need to just be aware of the strategies, because that is the single biggest determiner of your accuracy, which impacts your score. Another thing to remember for the reading section, that you need to work on your grammar to actually improve on your reading section. And again, there are lots of things that you would need to do that. So again, I will try to communicate things in a step-by-step and simple to understand manner in the more upcoming videos. Okay, bye.